What's your view of God? Is he a giver or a taker? The answer to that question will shape not only your relationship with God, but how you see the world you live in. If you think God is a taker, then you won't trust him. Why would you trust someone who's out to get you or to rip you off or to make your life miserable? Sadly, too many times we don't trust God because, well, we think he's a taker. The people of Israel did. Even after he rescued them and provided for them time and time again, they called him a taker. They rebelled, they got mad, and, well, listen to what Deuteronomy 32, verse 15 says. But Israel soon became fat and unruly. Then they abandoned the God who made them. They made light of the rock of their salvation. Whoa, there's a picture, fat and unruly. They abandoned God. They made light of all he had given them. They saw God as a taker. And I'm here to tell you that God is a giver, not a taker. How do I know that? Well, we find two bookends in the story of the people of Israel. The first is actually in Genesis 1, in the creation account. We see that the first thing God does after making humans is he blesses them and gives them everything they need. Genesis 1:28 says it like this. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground. He blesses them with authority over all that is created. And it goes on to say, he gives them all the food they could ever want. God is a giver. Right from the beginning, he gives everything away and he wants humans to enjoy it. The other bookend is at the end of Deuteronomy in chapter 33, at the end of Moses' life, and after the people have disobeyed over and over again, God blesses them through Moses. It says in Deuteronomy 33:29, blessed are you, Israel, who is like you, a people saved by the Lord. He is your shield and helper and your glorious sword. You see, God's blessing on Israel was clearly not because they deserved it, because they didn't. God's blessing on us isn't because we deserve it, because we don't. God blesses us because he's a giver. God has a big heart. It's who he is. He wants to bless you. He wants to show his favor on you. So what's your response to this? Do you believe God is a giver or a taker? Well, today I encourage you to thank God for being a giver, for his great heart towards you, and then ask him to bless you and live like you believe he will, because that's who God is, and that's courageous living.